on and off all throughout the day. Last night, I was with a very dear friend of mine, actually two friends of mine, and we were like having some fried chicken and beer, like the old Korean traditional way, right? And then we were trying to go back home, and all of a sudden it was raining. So we were like, just swamped. We were like wet in rain. Hello, Ami. Welcome. Welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you here again. So anybody who's here, say hello. And by the way, tonight's show is going to be in English, okay? So just feel free to say anything that you want in English, and I will respond also to you guys in English. So anyway, I got wet. Two of my friends, they got completely wet, and the rain just kept on coming and coming, and it stopped only after like 30 minutes. Hi, 딜카멈대님. Hello, welcome. Oh, Ami, so you took the speaking and writing test last weekend, and I'm waiting for the result. I hope the result turns out to be good. Crossing my fingers. Okay. And Hyla, Annie, you're back. Yes, I'm back here. And Zia, Zihua, Chu. Hello, Gwen. This is the first time to join your live show. Well, welcome to the show. It's the live. And if you come by every Friday at 8 p.m., no, not every Friday, sorry, every last Friday at 8, you'll be able to see me live, okay? And Aqua, welcome to the show. 안녕하세요. Okay, I'm going to be on mute for a couple of seconds because we're going to do something with the mic. So you won't hear me for just several seconds. Okay? Just like playing with the sound, the microphone and everything. We're checking. Raining. Like weird. It's like weird kind of rain. I think at this time of the year, it's not a good idea to come to Korea. I'm sorry to say this, but like beginning from since last week, and I think this week and next week, it's going to be the peak, like the rainy season. And until like or first week of August, it's going to be the rainy season in Korea. And it does prove to, everyone that it's going to be the rainy season. So guys, be ready for the rain. Like it was sunny in the morning, and then all of a sudden it becomes dark around like 4 p.m. I was riding a bike at that time, and I was stopping by this hot dog place. And when I was like ready for them to make my hot dog, I ordered 5. By the way, I ordered 10 pieces of hot dog. And when they were making it, and when the hot dogs were ready, and when I was about to leave the shop, it started raining, and I had a bike. So like I really didn't know how to move from that place on. So I had to call my brother and ask for help, and he got pissed off. Of course, you would get pissed off. What's happening with the mic? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? So I can see Haeryeon, hello. Tadashi, you're here. So Tadashi, how's the weather in Tokyo? Let me know. And Haeryeon, you took the 모의고사, the actual test. Good. We're going to talk about the questions. And Aqua is saying, you're always getting 110, 120. So you that your pronunciation, the intonation is so Korean-ish. How can you sound more natural in English? Aqua said something like that right now, the long Korean paragraph. Okay, so Aqua, I will show you and tell you how to get like through that problem, okay? All right, can I have a look at the chat room? I would like to see the chat room, please. Okay, and Zihu Shao, there was a typhoon in Taiwan and it bring heavy rain. Oh, maybe that also has an effect in Korea. Yes, because of the typhoon. it doesn't like affect just one region, right? And Taiwan and Korea, it's not too far away. So I guess that's why it's happening. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Minsu, you can hear me well. That's good. Kyla, okay, you can hear me. Aqua, you can hear me, but um I'm moving, right, guys? Uh Herian, are many foreigners taking TOEIC speaking? Yes. Many foreigners take TOEIC speaking test. In fact, let us know where you're coming from. Let us know your country's name. Let's see how many people are studying TOEIC speaking. Hmm. Okay. I think the problem is okay, we have like, two different kinds of microphones here. And we have one that's attached to the camera, and then we have this like one very fancy one here right in front of me. We want to work with that one down there, but it seems like the camera, the mic on the camera is picking up the voice. So we wanted to make it like clearer. We wanted to make like a better quality video. So they're working on it. And as soon as they get to have that connected, we will start part one. Okay. But until then, okay, it says Taiwan. So there are two people from Taiwan. Okay, so apparently there are like two, three people from Korea. Minsu and Aqua, you're from Korea. Oh, we have one from Vietnam. Okay, and Kwan, can you share the tips for to reach 150 to 180? Reach 180, of course. Let me tell you. All right. So guys, you guys always want to achieve that score, right? You want to achieve your score or whatever level that is required to get a job, to get a promotion, to graduate, whatever. All right. Haeyeon is Korean. Got it. Thank you. Let me know guys where you guys are coming from. And by the way, while you're there, press the like button. You know what to do, right? And press the subscribe button because it does help us a lot, right? I want to reach 100,000 so I can get the silver button. One day, hopefully one day. Okay, I've been doing this for almost like 8 years now. When I reach 10 years, I'm pretty sure I'll get the silver button. Anyway, for those of you who are getting 110 and 120, now this is a problem. For you guys, I'm sorry to say, you guys have two critical problems. One is the grammar, of course. Your grammar is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. And two is the sound, your English sound. So you need to fix those two things. And although you know that you need to fix it, you don't know how to fix it, right? Like grammar, there's a rule. And when you say something or when you listen to your answer, you can tell that it is wrong, right? And guys, in Korea, actually, it's not only in Korea, but if you guys are using a smartphone, you can also do something like this. Okay. So, here we go. I have Tadashi as my friend registered. And if I want to send a text message, I have to like use both of my thumbs and I have to type. And, if I sometimes want to, you can't hear me anymore, guys? Oh, now you hear me? Do I sound better? Can you tell the difference? Do I sound better now? Do I sound better? Okay. So, okay. So what you have to do is, okay, so what you have to do, it's the same. All right. So what you have to do, guys, is use this like kind of a platform where they can convert your voice into text, voice to text. It's called the voice to text function. Okay. So Tadashi, I'm going to send you a message, but I'm not going to type it. I'm not going to type it, but I'm going to press the voice to text function, and I'm going to say, hey, Tadashi, long time no talk. Yeah. So you told me that you're going to come by Seoul, and I told you that I'll be coming by. I'll be, seeing you in Tokyo, but it's been a long while. But anyway, I really am looking forward to seeing you again, whether it be in Korea or Japan. So anyway, I, really miss talking to you and hope to see you more often. Okay, I said a lot, a long message, but the cacao, the messenger, was able to convert everything that I said into English letters. Okay, and if your pronunciation is good, it's not going to make that much mistake. It's not going to make many mistakes. That is one way to check whether your pronunciation is good. Good. See, Tadashi received the message. Did I make lots of mistakes? Tadashi, look at it. I didn't check. So apparently it seems like I didn't pronounce the word Seoul correctly. So it's written here, senior. But other than that, everything is okay. So I got one Korean word wrong. All right, so that is one way of checking your pronunciation. Okay, now we're going to turn off the sound for Whoa. Do I sound better, guys? Do I sound better this time? Okay. I have the mic now. The mic is in my hand. Okay, so yes, that is one tip that I would like to give you guys because, pronunciation plays a big part in speaking, okay? Because speaking is actually delivering a language in sound, right? So you need to have clear, like proper sound, proper, like clear pronunciation in order to deliver the message, okay? So it's very important to check your pronunciation, and that is like I think up until this day, that's like the most effective way to check your pronunciation. Okay. So try, like, this week I've had a lot of students having problem, making like, knowing the difference between the two words. Like, for example, the long vowel and the short vowel, like, sorry, Tadashi, I'm sending you a bunch of messages. I'm sorry. Bed. Oh my God. Bed, 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 bad, 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 bed, bed. He's in the bed. He's in the bed. He's a bad boy. He is a bad boy. And I sent this message to Tadashi. And, when you're practicing like this, you can tell that bed, like the bed that you're sleeping on, and being a bad boy, bad, they're two different sounds, okay? So it's a very effective way to actually practice your English. Try it. I mean, guys, we are using smartphones, right? So you got to make use of it. Okay, Joyce. Hello, Ms. Gwen. I am from Taiwan, and this is my first time to join your show. I took the TOEIC speaking test last week, and I confronted a difficult task. The environment was too noisy. Okay. Now, I told you guys what to do, and this is not cheating at all. So what you have to do is do something like this. There's something called earplugs. Ear, 3M. The brand is 3M. Okay, so they look something like this. These like soft, like sponges where you can put it in your ear. Yeah, Get one of those and take them to the test center. And, you know, when you wear them inside the headset, you should have no problem. But for part 4, I think you need to take it off because you need to listen to the questions. Okay, Thon, it seems like you're coming from Vietnam, right? Okay, now, well, we're ready now. We're ready. So where is part 1? Okay, so we're going to go into part 1, guys. All right, so this is the passage. I'll read the passage for you guys first. Here we go. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day. Okay, so that was the first passage. And we always see the weather forecast passage. And in those passages, we always see the word weather, of course, weather. And we see the word rain. And we also saw raincoats, rain boots, umbrellas. They're always there. And the word scattered, it means everywhere, scattered. Okay. So tell me, let me know if you have any problem pronouncing any words in this passage. If wearing earplugs, can I hear the sound from the headset? Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, maybe you might not be able to hear the sound, the questions for part 4. Yes, you won't be able to hear the questions for part 4, so that might be a problem. But you know what? You gotta be able to ignore the surrounding, ignore the sound around you. Yeah, it happens all the time in Korea when like a lot of people are taking the test. Sometimes like 30 people are in one room, and it sounds like a crowd of people, a group of people are running all at once, like a race. You gotta be able to like keep focused and just like, you know, focus on what you have to say. Yeah, that's something that you got to just have to control yourself with. All right. So no problem. Now, when you're reading the words, 78 78.9 FM. If that is 3-digit number, then you would say 101.9 FM or 119.9 FM. But if it's only 2-digit number, then you go 98.9 FM. Okay, Minsu, that was a good question. Okay, and when you're reading the words like Steve or stay, the T sound has to be a little bit like tightened up, more tightened up. So for Koreans, some people say Tibu, like the tigut in Korean, all right? And stay, like the tigut in Korean. But tigut in Korean language doesn't exactly represent the sound of T, okay? It's it sort of has to sound tighter. Do you know what I'm trying to say here? It's not Steve, but it's Steve. So my tongue is closer to the upper part of my, it's called the ridge. It's upper part of my mouth. It's Steve, or it's stay. Stay. Same thing happens with scattered. If I say this in Korean way, it's scattered, but it's scattered. Okay? So scattered. All right. And make sure you guys don't forget the S's after each and every word. Okay, S's like raincoats, rain boots, umbrellas. There are S's there. And also showers. There's S at the end. All right, so I'm going to give you two different versions. One is the slower version, and one is going to be the faster version. So slower version first. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day. Oh, sorry. I forgot to turn on the timer because you guys always ask me, is it okay to just read it once or do I have to read it twice? You guys always ask me that question, right? So if I were to take a test, I would do something like this. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats. All right, so I was able to read fully twice, and then I got cut off towards the end of the third lab, right? But as I always tell you guys, it's okay because I already finished reading it once, even twice, okay? So if you have the guts, it's always about the guts because, there are people there, so many people, they're talking at once, so it's distracting you. But then all of a sudden, everyone stops talking. And your environment, everybody in the room becomes quiet, but you keep on talking. If you want to read it twice or three times, okay, that's going to be the problem. All right? So if you have the guts, if you have the courage, try reading it twice or even three times like I did. Okay, now we're going to move on to question number 2. Super shy. Oh, means yes. If you're super shy, you won't be able to do it, really. Yes. And I'm telling you, because I'm not that shy, when I go to take the TOEIC speaking test, I'm like, okay, whatever you do, I'm just doing my thing. So I read it once, twice, and three times, and people are just listening to me. I can feel that vibe. I have that feeling that everybody's listening to my answer. And I can tell that people are saying, oh, God, am I doing something wrong? That woman seems like she knows what she's doing. Am I doing something wrong here? Like, should I read it again? But time's up. Okay? So if you are super shy, it's really hard to do it. Okay, now I'm going to read it. Read the second passage. Welcome to tonight's show. I'm your host, Andy McGill. Tonight, we have a special guest swimmer, Sarah Thompson, who recently won gold, silver, and bronze medals in international competitions. Stay tuned as we dive into our journey to success and the challenge we overcame along the way. All right. So, this one is a little bit longer compared to the first one. And the words here I see, first of all, Andy McGill. MC, we see that all the time. The McDonald's, right? McDonald's, McGill. And we have a special guest swimmer, Sarah Thompson. Thompson. Okay. And gold, silver, bronze. Those are the names of the medals. Gold, silver, bronze. And when you say medal, all right, it's not medal. In Korean, we say medal, right? I don't know how you say it in Japan or Japanese, but in Korean, we say medal. So we give the same stress for me and tal. So it sounds like medal. But in English, the stress goes on E, and there's no stress for A. So it's got to sound like medals. Same thing for the model. The model, the supermodels, like fashion supermodels. In Korean, we say model, right? But in English, it's model. So it's the same thing. Medal. So you make a clear sound for E. You make a clear sound for O. And let's see. Oh, novel. Yes, novel too. Novel. novel. Okay, so when there is no stress, the vowel loses its original sound, the characteristics of the original sound. So it shouldn't be novel, but it's novel. Metal, model, novel. All right. And international, the word seems pretty long, but it's international. You have to be careful with the stress. Competition. I always tell you guys, when there's TION, the syllable right in front of TION has the stress, right? So it's competitions. And I think you're going to have a hard time with the word success. And also this one. Challenges. Oh, one more. Overcame. Okay, so here are the stresses of some words that I think you might be having a hard time. And let me read this again twice for you guys. The slower version. Oh, first, 45 seconds. Here we go. Welcome to tonight's show. I'm your host, Andy McGill. Tonight, we have a special guest swimmer, Sarah Thompson, who recently won gold, silver, and bronze medals in international competitions. Stay tuned as we dive into her journey to success and the challenges she overcame along the way. Welcome to tonight's show. I'm your host, Andy McGill. Tonight, we have a special guest swimmer, Sarah Thompson, who recently won gold, silver, and bronze medals in international competitions. Stay tuned as we dive into her journey to success and the challenges she overcame along the way. Okay. Question C is asking how to practice both languages. Are you saying you want to practice Korean and English? The two languages? Is that what you're saying? Well, you have to be diligent and you got to be using both languages all the time. So for me, I'm living in Korea, so I have to use Korean no matter what to communicate with people and the surroundings around me. And English, I teach English, so I got to be like talking in English to teach my students and talk to them and show them example answers. So yeah, I'm using English and Korean every single day while I'm awake. So yeah, basically that's what you have to do if you want to practice a language. SK, hello. I'm always having a hard time pronouncing the person's name. Do they take scores if I mispronounce people's name? You know what, SK? Believe me, they're not going to be so picky and tough with the names, okay? You can say Andy, you can say Andy, you can say Andy, McGill, or MC Gill, MC Jill. You can say whatever you want with Sarah, Sarah Thompson, as long as you get the others right, okay? You don't have to worry. Okay, you don't have to worry so much about the names because names, it's fine. I mean, my name is Lee Se-young, but when I introduce myself in my Korean name, zero, not even one single person can pronounce my name correctly in Korean. Lee Se-young. Okay? So don't think about the names. It's not about the names, guys. I know you guys have a hard time pronouncing the names correctly. But if you take out the 4 names, think about it. Are you getting all the other things right? That's the big question. Okay? All right. Now, we're moving on to part 2. It's a very friendly picture. It's very kind. It's very nice. It's very kind of ETS to have chosen this picture. Yeah, it's a very moderate level picture, right? It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. Oh, Zihua Chow is already talking. This picture is taken in an office. I agree. I can agree with that. But why did you cancel? Guys, you leave a message and you cancel. Why do you do that? I already read it. I need more examples here. I need more opinions, more of your comments, your answers, so that I can make it into one. Oh. Okay. No one's telling me the answer. No one. Ouch. They're wearing glasses. Good. They're wearing glasses. That's good. All right. No more? There are a lot of things happening here, you know. I need light. Why did you turn off the light? Min Hui Levo. A man is pointing at a laptop. Pointing at a laptop. Yes. They're giggling. Okay. There's a difference, a little bit of difference between giggle, smile, giggling. Okay. Let me put it in the ing form. They're laughing. Okay. So giggling is like, you know, like kids, they like to giggle. so you're so funny. So that's giggling. Smiling is just smiling. All right. Laughing is like, oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. So that is laughing. All right. And guys, do you know, when you're sending messages or when you're reading like comments on YouTube, there's something called LOL. That means something is really, really funny. So it's laughing out loud. Okay. So giggling, smiling, laughing, they're all sort of, they're all like different. But normally for TOEIC speaking pictures, just stick with smiling. Okay. I don't think I've seen a picture with people laughing. I haven't seen people say, and they're like laughing crazy. I haven't seen those pictures. And giggling is more like, that kind of like, smile. So I don't think that's happening here. Smiling, please. And through 35, this is a picture taken in a room, and there are two people in this picture, and both of them are wearing glasses. On the right side, there's a man wearing a green shirt. He has a beard, yes. And what's going to happen? He's holding a pen. She is holding a pen, yes. Wearing a green jacket, good. And Zin Hua Chao, there are two people in this picture. On the left side, a man is with a brown beard and wearing a green jacket. Okay. There is a man. He is pointing at a laptop screen. Okay, so Z Hua Chu, I can see two problems here. With a brown beard, a woman with black hair. Okay, this is not a sentence. And I mean, if you want to make this into a sentence, you have to say something like, there is a man with a beard. Okay? You have to say something like, there is a woman with black hair. So you're making the same mistakes. Okay, she and Mei they're discussing something. Haeryeon, it seems like they're having a meeting, okay? And Thu, 35, sitting on a chair and pointing to. No, you have to say pointing at. It's pointing at. When you're pointing to something, it's like a little bit far away. But pointing to something far away, but it's like right in front of his hand. So it's more like pointing at something. Hyeon, I think the picture was taken in an office. It seems like two people are having a meeting. On the left side, a man wearing a green jacket is pointing at a laptop, and I think they're discussing something. Good. Next to him, a woman wearing a white shirt is holding a pen. She's smiling. Yenny Lu, this is a photo taken in an office, and there are two people in this photo. Okay. And on the left side of the photo, there's a man. Now, the problem with the word photo for Koreans, I'm sure about like other people, but for Korean students, the problem with photo is that, you have to make the F pronunciation for PH, right? And a lot of Koreans have a hard time making the right sound for F sounds, okay? So photo, photo, photo. You can replace that word with picture if you're not really good at making the F pronunciation, okay? There's a woman with black hair. Right, Minsu, that's the right way of putting it. Yenny, there's a woman, she's wearing a white shirt, she's looking at the computer. Is there any score difference between what? Minsu, you have to tell me. So there's a woman with black hair and there's a woman, she has black hair. I mean, both are okay. Both are fine. The score difference doesn't come from that single thing, okay? Kevin Dong, okay. It seems like they're having a nice time. From their facial expression. You don't necessarily have to mention that. They might have done some progress, made some progress. They might have made some progress, if you really want to say that. Is it proper to use something like? Yes, it's totally fine. So those words are called fillers, okay? And it is okay to use fillers. So there are many different kinds of filler words. And when I'm talking, even me, I think just now, I think was my filler word. I use lots of filler words. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And a lot of native speakers, they use filler words. And if you can use filler words very naturally, I think it's a very good way to show that you are really good at using this language naturally. Okay? So that's about it. I'm going to finish up by giving you my 30-second answer. So here it goes. This is a picture taken in an office, and there are two people in this picture. On the left side of the picture, there's a man. He has a beard and he's wearing glasses and a green jacket, I think. He's smiling and pointing at something on his laptop computer. And on the right side of the picture, there's a woman. She has brown hair. She's wearing glasses and earrings. She's holding a pen and looking at something. And maybe they're working hard. Okay, so I didn't have time to talk about the glass of water. Sorry, guys. I didn't have time to talk about those, pieces of papers hanging, posted in the background. I see it now. I didn't have time. I just didn't have time. I just talked about the guy. I talked about the woman, and that was it. I always tell you, it's always about where, the location. Tell me where that thing is, the person or the thing. And the second is about the appearance, what they're wearing, what kind of hairstyle, the beard, and what they're doing, the action. But you see, when you're talking about the action, make sure to use various kinds of words. Show them that you know how to say, what did I say? Pointing at, smiling, look. I said hold. And also said where. I also said in the end work. So these are some word choices that I used. Okay, let's move on. Moving on to question number 4. Now, this is a tougher one. Let's see how well you guys can do it. Gwen, is your last name Lee? Yes, my last name is Lee. My last name is Lee. I hated my name My, like when I was younger, like in my elementary school and middle school, my dad actually gave me an English name. And because my Korean name is Lee Se-young, Se means the world in Chinese character. So he wanted to make it sound similar. So Korean name is Se-young and he named me Sarah. So my English full name was Sarah Lee when I was young. And then, you know, in America, if you've been to the US, America, there's a very famous, like, you know, cheesecake brand called Sara Lee's Cheesecake. And everybody was calling me cheesecake and I didn't like it. I hated it because the name of the brand was Sara Lee. Yeah. So, but anyways, I changed it. It's not my passport name, so I was able to change it. Did I study abroad? No, I was raised abroad. I went to the States when I was 7 years old because my dad was working for Hyundai Motor Company and he was an expat. He was like the first generation of expats sent to the US to work there from Hyundai Motor Company. During the test, I habitually use as filler words. Is it okay? I told you, I mean, like filler words are totally fine, but is Korean filler words. Nani is Japanese filler words. 什么 is Chinese filler words. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Nge is Chinese filler words, right? So you gotta use English filler words, guys. It's well, you know, I mean, okay? I mean, there are filler words in all different languages. But here on the top, these filler words are your filler words. Like, is Korean. This is Korean. I can tell that this is Korean. Nani is Japanese. 什么那个 is Chinese. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Okay, taken on the street. Woman pushing a baby stroller. That's right. It's called a baby stroller. A girl and a man is holding their hands and walking on the street. Yes. And outdoors beside a big building. Good. I can see 4 people. I think they are a family. Okay, well, that's good. That is a very good way of saying, I think they are a family. That is very good. Or you can say they look like a family. They look like a family. He looks like the daddy. She looks like the mommy. She looks like the first daughter. Kidding. You won't have time to say all these things. Like, you know, I think these two are just fine. Okay? Okay. They're a group of, they seem like a family. They look like a family and they seem like a family. Both are fine. Both are good. Yes, it is a family. So, you know, like words like family, although there could be 100 people or thousands of people in your family. Some people's family might be 3 people or 4 people or 5 people, sometimes like 20. We are all family, right? So words like a family is something like a group, a pair, a couple. Okay? Oh, Kyla, you like the name Gwen better than Sarah? I know. Sarah was such a common name. I mean, there were so many Sarahs in my classroom. Like, the teacher would have to call it Sarah L was me, Sarah M, and Sarah G. So we always had that, like, alphabet called after our names so that we wouldn't get confused. So I really, really didn't like my name. There were Sarahs everywhere in 1980s and 90s. They're walking. Yeah. Of course, the baby in the stroller cannot walk, but they are walking. Minsu, you're being too picky, okay? You're being just too picky. Why don't you say then this? What about this? They're taking a walk. You can say they are taking a walk. That is for sure, right? They're taking a walk. There are so many Sarah in Korea. That is true. Okay. It seems like I think I got enough. Oh, this one here. Pushing a baby stroller. Okay. A baby stroller. Now, here we go. I'm going to give you my answer. This is a picture taken in a street, and there are 4 people in this picture. They look like a family. In the middle of the picture, I can see a woman. She has dark hair. She's wearing a green shirt. She's pushing a baby stroller, and there's a little baby in the stroller. On the right side of the picture, there are 2 people. One of them is a man. He's wearing a jean shirt. He's holding a girl's hand. The girl is walking and smiling. On the left side of the picture, I can see some buildings and a stairway, and maybe they are having a good time. Okay. Oh, there is a building and there is a stairway. Or did I say there are many buildings? I don't remember. There are many buildings. As long as you said it, I mean, like there are, it should be buildings, right? There is, it should be just one building. There is, I'm not sure if it's one building or many buildings, but as long as you get that number part right. Okay. For your information, you guys say that it was amazing, but here, let me write it down for you. This is a picture taken in the street, in a street. There are 4 people in this picture. In the middle, I said in the middle because I was sure I was going to talk about the building on the left. So I, split up the picture into 3 parts, left, middle, right. There is a woman. She has curly hair. She is wearing a green shirt. She is pushing a baby stroller and looking at something. So, this is my answer, guys. When you look at my answer, isn't it much easier than what you guys are writing right now on the screen? Well, at least I think so. Oh, stairs. We're talking about each and every step. There are like 1, 2, 3. We can see maybe 3 or 4 steps there, right? So stairs, there's stairs, or there is that stair. Like one set of stairs is a stairway. Stairway. There are stairs, or there is a stairway. Here, Pushang. After watching your video, I got 160. I hope to achieve 180 this month. Okay. Well, way to go, Pushang. Where are you coming from? Let us know. 160 and then 180. You gotta be able to provide like more like precise. You gotta have a better use, a more correct use of grammar, and also there's gotta be fluency involved. Like fluency is a must when you want to achieve 180, 190, or 200. So being fluent means speaking a little bit faster, and then having correct grammar and pronunciation. That's a little bit tough and challenging. So good luck, all right? I'm pretty sure you can achieve it. Minsu, this is a picture taken in on at They're All Okay. They're all possible. Good. I'm getting some good questions today. Very good. Oh, by the way, Thuk Vang, what is the difference between on the street and in the street? They're basically the same. You can say on the street, it's in the street, or at the street. They're all fine. Okay, now moving on, part 3. Okay, so this time the part 3 is about news. Are you guys watching news these days? I do. And I'm especially interested in watching news about the American presidential election. It's like I'm watching an American drama, but it's live, a real drama. Yes. So it was supposed to be like Joe Biden was supposed to run for his second term, and then Trump comes out, and like Joe Biden has like he's sick. I think he's sick. They're not announcing it. They're not making it official, but he's sick. And then Trump is, acting like a bad child, a brat. We call it a brat. I want you guys to know about the term brat. Okay. It means a child who's really spoiled and who behaves really badly. So if there's a kid like that, we say he is a brat. So it means they're misbehaving, they have bad manners, and they're very spoiled. That's the meaning of the word brat. But, it seems like Gen Z, they want to be considered, they are bratty. Okay. I don't know why, but they're very direct, clear, and they want their independence, and they want their personalities to be respected and everything. And they really like the word brat to represent them. It seems like last year the word kitschy was the term they liked, but this time it's brat. They want to be called brat. But now you have to be sure about this. This time they are using it as adjective. Okay, here is a noun. So Trump came out, and then Joe Biden stepped down last weekend, right? And then all of a sudden Kamala Harris is saying she's going to be the new candidate for the Democratic Party. And they are like marketing her, like her campaign is saying Kamala. What's the spelling of her name? Can you guys give me the spelling of Kamala Harris? I don't know exactly. She is not my vice president, so I don't actually know her name. Kamala Harris. Kamala. It's K-A-M-A. Okay. Kamala is brat. Is like their marketing. The word brat, it depends. If you're using the one as noun, it's not insulting. It's not like a bad word. Where is it? Where did it go? Okay. It's not a bad word, but it's actually telling some a kid that you are really bad child. You're a brat. Normally we say he is a spoiled brat. And we see these kind of kids all the time nowadays because there are so many parents who have only child, like single child. So they really spoil them. They do they make them do whatever they want, and they just misbehave, but they don't say anything. Their parents don't say anything. They are brats. So he is a spoiled brat is how we would say it. But this is not insulting. This is not like, bad word. But Gen Zs, it's like new terminology. They want to use it as an adjective, being like Gen Z. Okay? So Kamala is, their campaign, a party is saying that Kamala is brat, meaning that they want to appeal to like Gen Z, the younger people. So, look up the word on Google, brat, or Kamala is brat, and you will see the bright green with the word brat on it. And this is because of a very, famous singer. From UK. This is because of a very famous singer from UK. And she is supporting Kamala Harris. My iPhones. been like slowing down. It's so slow. I want to look up a word, but anyways, yeah. Gonna move on to the first question. Do you guys read news every day? Why? Yeah, I read news every day because I want to catch up with the world. I want to catch up with the world. I want to know what's going on. I just want to know what you guys think. Do you guys read news every day? Kamala is brat. SK, you're saying that to get a perfect score, 200 on the speaking test, is it required not to make a single mistake? No, it's okay. You can make mistakes. I mean, you know, a lot of native speakers, they make mistakes. There is lots of people. There's many dogs. You know, I've heard tons of native people say this, and this is grammatically wrong, but it's okay. It's not going to interfere with you getting 200. Anywho, I read news on a daily basis. Oh, that's a very good expression, on a daily basis. That means every day. I love to get new information. Oh, good. Get new information. Means I want to stay updated. I want to get up to date information. These are some things that you can say. Means you're not really, I'm busy these days. Okay. That's also cool. That's good. All right. Now we're going to move on to the second question. Do you prefer to read news in the morning or in the afternoon? No, sorry, in the evening. In the morning or in the afternoon? In my case, I like to read news all throughout the day because things are being updated every second. Literally, things are being updated every single second, right? So I refresh the screen, I just like scroll down and I move on to another page, and then I come back, something new has been posted. So it's like, updated every second. So I constantly go back to like whatever source that I'm reading, and then I, try to stay updated, but then things change all the time. So it's really hard to catch up. With the latest trends or latest news. Yeah, those are really hard. When will it, what is uploaded? You mean this video? Oh, this video is not going to be uploaded on the internet. No, you watch it now or you will never be able to watch it. That's why it's called live, okay? We're not going to leave the live shows recorded on our channel anymore. So guys, you got to stay if you want to, get the information. Oh, by the way, meanwhile, while you guys are thinking about your answer, preparing for whether you like to read news in the morning or in the evening, we do 2 live shows a month, right? We do once on the second week, Friday, and once on the last week Friday. So today's the last week Friday, and on the very last week Friday, we do this version in English. We do the English version on the last Friday, and on the second Friday we're doing the Korean version. So don't get mixed up, okay? I only did live shows once until like earlier this year, because there were some Korean people saying, hey, we don't speak English good enough, so we need some explanation in Korean. So yeah, I understand. So we decided to do it twice. Once the second week Friday in Korean, and once we do it normally on the fourth week, the last week Friday. So I'm telling you early on, we're going to be doing the Korean version on the 16th. Okay? Hold on. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it is. Hold on. I think I'm right. I think, hold on. Yes, it's the 16th. And then the last week would be the 30th. Yes. Okay, so don't get confused. And the live shows will not be posted on our, YouTube page, but we're going to like split them up and then like give you some bits of each part. But the whole thing will not be, staying on our channel. So you got to be here for the live show to get the look of the whole thing. Okay, so Minsu prefer to read news in the morning because I get information of last night. Okay, I refer to news in the morning because I'm a morning person. That's a good expression. Okay, I'm a morning person. I'm a morning person. Or you can say I'm an early bird. Okay, I'm an evening person. Okay, I'm a night owl. Is what you say. Okay. Okay, I choose to read news after my morning exercises. Okay. Oh, Hyeon, English version is good too. That is very good. I tried to speak easier level English, even for the English version, because I know we all are foreigners. This is not your native language, right? So when I talk too fast after the show, the folks, my team here, they're like, "Teacher Gwen, you are talking too fast. You got to slow down. Some people don't understand what you're talking about." And I try to moderate the speed. Well, Wang, I usually read news in the morning when I commute to work. That's good. I often read news when you say the news, it's a little different. The news and news, they're a little different. Okay. When you say, like, for example, when I say, did you hear the news? It means, yes, I heard that he is resigning. Okay, so we're talking about a specific piece of news. But when somebody says, hey, what are you doing? And B says, I'm reading news. It means they're just like getting some thing called, like getting information called news. Okay? So the news and news are different. Would you delete your previous live videos on YouTube? Huh. You mean this one? Or the ones previously uploaded? Well, Minsu, it's good to talk about some reasons. I mean, like give some information, because you're supposed to talk for like 15 seconds. And when you talk for 15 seconds, you need some things to talk about. Okay. So the videos which are currently uploaded till now, they're going to stay. They're going to be staying. But the ones that's been posted like since March, I think, since April, we're not going to the live shows from April or March, We're not going to be like posting the whole thing. Then Mrs. Gwen is very pretty, but I'm not Mrs. I'm not married. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you. I'm flattered. I'm just Ms. Gwen. Yes, MS Gwen. Yeah, the ones that have been uploaded previously, they're going to stay. But we're not going to be keeping this up. Okay? Now, last question. I'm going to move on to the last question. Here we go. What is the most important factor that you consider when choosing a news outlet for information? So it's like whether choosing BBC or CNN or CNBC. In Korea, it's KBS, MBC, JTBC. Yes. Why do you choose those channels? Reliability of the information, frequency of updates, or quality of the information. Why do you choose them? Why? Kyla, Ms. Gwen is beautiful as always. Thank you. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. I'm really happy you guys tell me, because I put a lot of effort into like this thing to appear better on the screen. The last one is the hardest, of course. It's 30 seconds long, so it's the hardest. But actually, there's a longer one. The very last question, question 11. And for this last question, if you want to like fulfill 30 seconds, you have to give an example. You have to give an example. Okay. Reliability. I think that's important, reliability, because there are a lot of YouTube channels nowadays. And, you know, some YouTube channels, they're not honest. They're not giving you facts, right? They're not talking about what is true. They give false information. They don't give you true information. They give you false information. Those are some words that you can use. So it's reliable or it's unreliable. These are some words that you can use. And frequency of updates. It's updated every second, remember? Updated quickly. Okay. And, or it's not. Quality of the information is very good, in depth. They share different perspectives. Or, what else? Quality of information. They give more number information. Or they give more, they have more interviews. Yeah. Those are some things that I would say. Okay, so if you guys are ready, I'm ready. I'm ready to share my answers. Quality of the information, is it similar with reliability? Well, I think it could be similar, but I think it's slightly different. Reliability means it doesn't give you fake news. It gives you real, true story. They like give news based on the facts and reality. But quality, I guess in a way, it could be the same thing. Kyla's asking, what's your favorite K-pop group? Okay, I love Jungkook. I'm sorry, guys. I just love him. I love Jungkook. BTS. Okay. I know it's very cliche to like BTS, but BTS is BTS. Sorry. And my favorite is Jungkook. And recently, I've been adoring New Jeans. They're quite adorable. They seem very talented. Yes. They're good in so many ways. Okay, Yenny, the most important factor to me is reliability because fake news are everywhere. It's hard for people to distinguish the truth. Take myself, for example, when I'm told a fake story, it always takes me a lot of time to check the correctness. Okay, Danielle is my, really, Danielle. She's really, really pretty. Yenny, it's really time consuming. So I think the reliability is the most important thing. Oh, by the way, guys, the S in news doesn't mean it's a plural word. News is uncountable. This is an uncountable noun. So N stands for notorious. E, I forgot. W, I think it's economy. Is it entertainment? Fix me if I'm wrong. W stands for weather and S stands for sports. E, is it economy or entertainment? It's one out of the two. Yeah. So NEWS stands for each of these, segment. So that's why it's called news. So S isn't like plural S. So Yenny, when you said, what did you say? Fake news are everywhere. You have to say fake news is everywhere. Guys, fix me if I'm wrong, okay? What does E stand for in news? I know N stands for notorious. E stands for something, one out of the two. W stands for weather, and S stands for sports. That's why it's news. So it's not fake news are, but it's fake news is everywhere. Let me ask my friend chat. But my phone is extremely slow right now. Can somebody help me? What is E in news? Okay. I'm gonna ask chat. Hey, what is E in the word news? Yeah, but some people say that N stands for notorious, E stands for something, W stands for weather, and S stands for sports, right? In that case, what does E stand for? I'm arguing with chat right now. Oh, events. Sorry, guys. It's not economy. Okay. So at first, this is events. So N stands for notorious. That's right, events. Oh, Minsu, yes, that's what chat said at first. Chat said N stands for north, E stands for east, W stands for west, and S stands for south. That is one theory. You're right, Minsu. Some people say that news, NEWS, stands for the directions, four directions. So it's coming from everywhere. But there's another theory saying NEWS, N stands for notorious, E stands for events, W stands for weather, and S stands for sports. And I was arguing with chat about that because chat first said that, the four direction was what it was standing for. And then I asked for more and it corrected me. Okay. All right. So I think I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Guys, I'm going to share my answers with you. Here goes the first one. Do you read news every day? Do you read... Oh, hold on. I want to have this... Okay. So, do you read news every day? Yes, I read news every day because I want to be updated. I want to stay updated and I want to know what's going on around the world and I don't want to fall behind. So I always read news, I watch news, and I like to get news from all kinds of sources. That's my answer. Do you prefer to read news in the morning or in the afternoon? Gosh, it's really hard to choose because I like to read news all throughout the day. I mean, I have my smartphone with me all the time and I'd like to scroll down like news all the time to see what's going on in the world. So there's no preference. By the way, guys, I'm level 8, 200, and actually within the TOEIC speaking score range, they cannot give me higher scores. So that's like the best I can get here. But in terms of OPI, OPIC test is done by computer, but OPI is done with a human being on the phone. And when I had that test taken, I got like the superior level, like the very, very top level, the highest one. Yeah. So you don't have to be all like this to get level 2, like score 200 on TOEIC speaking. 30 seconds. What is the most important factor that you consider when choosing a news outlet for information? So reliability of the information, frequency of updates, and quality of the information. I think all three of them are important, but if I have to choose one, then I would say the frequency of updates, because I think things are changing really quickly nowadays. I mean, something happened in the morning, but then it changes in the afternoon, and then something like totally different happens towards the evening. So I think news nowadays have to be updated every single second. So I think that's the most important thing. They have to be updated quickly. Okay, now while I was saying something, I think I made a mistake by saying news have to be updated. Remember I told you news is an uncountable noun, meaning it's not plural word, so news has to be. Okay, so I made a mistake, but I still get 200. All right, so these minor mistakes, they're okay. The actual one, the correct one has to be news has to be updated. Okay, but I get 200. All right, so we're going to move on to part 4. This is it, part 4. Do you see? Bellman. I believe the quality of the information is important. There was a huge typhoon going on in Taiwan and a wall fell from a building, crashing into a car. The news on TV said that the family went on the trip during typhoon days, but it turned out the news got it wrong. Really? Is this an actual story? Oh my gosh. So there were people inside when the wall fell off? My God. I know that earthquakes happen quite often in Taiwan. And I saw like buildings like this. They're like right next to each other, and one building like collapsed onto the other one, sort of like this. It was like leaning on the other one. So yeah, hope everyone's fine. Typhoon, earthquake, it's all natural disasters. Okay, so guys, have a look at this. It's like the chart. It's the chart of the speaking test, right? It's a conference. March 22nd, Archwood. And you can see there's a welcome message and then the lecture, workshop, socializing lunch. And when we see the star there, you see on the bottom, it says, oh, the lunch bags are included, right? And lecture, workshop, and then Q&A, and then the wrap up. Okay, and you see the names of the speakers. Okay, I'm going to read the names of the speakers here. Patricia Gomez, Joseph Myers, Doris Wang, or is it Doris Wong? Okay, Leah Owens, Kenneth Miller, and Anthony Kim. Okay. In Korea, it has to be Kim, but in English, we write it Kim. Okay, so here goes the question. Hello, my name is Ann Taylor, and I heard my colleagues talking about the dentistry conference, which will be held in March. I'm interested in signing up for it, but before I do, I'd like to check some details of the schedule. First question. When is the exact date of the conference and what time will the first session start? Easy peasy. It's so easy, isn't it? It's like really like the basic of the basic question. When is the exact date of the conference and what time will the first session start? Joyce, preparation time for part 3 is very short. I can't react immediately. Actually, you know what? They didn't give you a preparation time initially, but now they're giving you 3 seconds of preparation time. So we should be thankful about that. Yeah, originally, part 3 didn't have any preparation time. It's been only about like 1 or 2 years since they started to give you the preparation time, okay? And I think that's because a lot of people, when they were taking the test without that 3 seconds preparation time, people were like not saying anything after the beep. They were like, just, what is this? And they were like sort of translating the question and then started talking after maybe 3 to 5 seconds. So it took a while for people to like start talking. That's why I think they're giving 3 seconds of preparation time for part 3. By the way, again, question 8. When is the exact date of the conference and what time will the first session start, everyone? Okay, Yen, the conference will be held on Saturday, March 20, not 22 TH, it's 22 ND because it's 22nd. It's not 22th, right? It's 22nd. So, Jia Hua Chao, the conference it's not will held, it's will be held. So, I don't have a good answer up until now. Velmin, the dentistry conference will be held on Saturday, March 22nd, and the first session will start at 9:30. Please keep that in mind. Great. Velmin has the answer. Now let's move on. The second one is, I remember everyone going to a restaurant for lunch when I participated last year. Are we going to the same place this year? Again, the question is, I remember everyone going to a restaurant for lunch when I participated last year, and are we going to the same place this year? That is the question. So last year we went to a restaurant. Now, are we going to the same place this year for lunch? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, guys? Share me your answers. Share your answers with me, please. I'm a little bit curious about chat saying news originally stands for the directions. Because when I Google it, some people say it's the directions, but that's wrong. Min. Hi, Gwen. First time to the live show. My goal is 170. My best score is 150, 140. Love to watch you speaking. Well, 140, 150 to 170. Okay. You know, if you want to get 170, what you do is you listen, you go back to my part, the parts where I say the answer. And I think, first of all, it's a good idea to just like sort of like write down what I say. Just write it down. Make your script using my answer and try to copy what I say. And you don't have to say exactly what I say, but you know, if you get it like 70 to 80% of what I say, it could help you get 170 much faster. I hope that helps you out, okay? Minsu, lunch bags are included this year, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, good. Minsu, you're right. Yenny, this year we have a lunch bags. Okay, is it all lunch bags? All lunch bag or lunch bags? Is it singular or is it plural? You need to make a choice there. You don't have to go to the restaurant. You can stay in the conference room to have lunch. Okay. 굴태굴. No, you have the wrong answer. Lunch bag. It's not answer. It's information. You have the wrong information. Okay. It's not the answer. So no, you have the wrong information. Lunch bags will be included. Okay, this year we will provide a lunch bag for everyone. And if you register early, the total fee only costs... Okay. It costs with an S because the fee is singular. Cost $75. And Vilman, I'm afraid you have the wrong information. We'll give you a lunch bag. Now, if you say give you, you don't have to say for you. Okay, don't worry, because it's redundant, right? So we will give you a lunch bag. Simply, that's it. Okay, good. Moving on. Last question. I'm really looking forward to the lectures that I'll get to hear while I'm there. Could you please tell me all the details about them? Okay. Lectures. That's the big word. I'm really looking forward to the lectures that I'll get to hear while I'm there. Could you please tell me all the details about them? All the details. Give me everything, every single thing about the lectures. This part was so easy this time. Part 4 was a piece of cake, right? It was a piece of cake. Oh, by the way, when I was talking to chat, you know, that's the same thing. Even when you're using ChatGPT, you don't necessarily have to type, but you can just like, you press the mic button. There's like the little mic icon and you can just talk to chat and ask. So let's say, so which do you think is better, to read news in the morning or in the evening? Give me your opinion in maybe less than 50 words. I just said that to chat. And it says reading news in the morning is better because it prepares you for the day, keeps you informed about overnight developments, and helps you start the day with awareness. And I also said in less than 50 words. So they gave me a very short, good answer. Can you make that into a very basic level English for like English speaking beginners? I changed it a bit. And it says reading news in the morning is good because it tells you what happened while you were sleeping and helps you start your day informed. It gave me an easier version. So I think using ChatGPT is a very, very good way to, first of all, improve your pronunciation, because if you don't have good pronunciation, you're going to have a hard time, you know, getting those words in there, or else you'll have to type in everything, which is not going to be good for your English speaking practice. And second of all, you can get all the answers from ChatGPT, but make sure you limit the words because it just talks on and on and on and on, and you just want it to stop, right? Kyla, I can't imagine you with the name Sarah. My dad calls me Sarah. I think he has pride with the name that he has given me. So he calls me Sarah sometimes. Sarah. I'm like, Dad, I'm Gwen. So I have basically 3 names. Seyoung, which is a name given by my grandfather. Sarah, given by my father. And Gwen, given by myself. Okay, so Yenny says there are 2. Where did it go? Hold on, where did it go? I'm gonna start with Minsu. Minsu, there are 2. The first one will start at 10. Okay, so Minsu, the first one will start at 10. That's it. It will start at 10. It will finish at 10:50. I think what you're trying to say is what you really want to say is it will be held from 10 to 10:50, right? So make a choice. It will start at 10 to 10:50. That is wrong. Okay. Let's see. Yanni. There are 2 lectures. The first one will start. The topic is advances in, okay, led by. No, the lectures cannot be led by. It will be given by. And if you have been following my channel and if you have watched some of the videos, I always say, there are some things that go with give and there are some words that go with lead, right? So give is for something that is like by one person, give like information given by one person. So it's always like give a lecture, give a speech, give a presentation. So when you think about it, it's just one person giving something, giving an information, right? But lead requires more people. It's like one person and a group of people involved. So the person is leading a discussion and leading, it doesn't show here, lead a workshop or a Q&A session. Okay. So that's how it is. I hope this helps. Again, Min, when you say something like it starts from 1:30 to 2:20, it doesn't make sense, right? Because it will start at 1:30, it will finish at 2:20, it will be held from 1:30 to 2:20. But you can say it will start from 1:30, period. That's it. Oh, Kyla is asking, what's the difference between K-pop and K-trot? They're a little different. And the audience, targeted audience, K-pop is younger and K-trot is for maybe older people, like my mom's generation. We call them 뽕짝. That's the the real term that we use, 뽕짝. Oh, yes, this is very important, Yanni. Make sure you know the difference, okay? This is very important. All right, so I think we're done with this, and I'm going to give you my answers. The first one, and I always tell you guys, it's very important. It's better to fulfill that 15 seconds with English words, like meaningful words. First question, the question 8. When is the exact date of the conference and what time will the first session start? Well, the conference will be held on Saturday, March 22nd, and it'll take place at Archwood Convention Center. And the first session will start at 9:30 a.m. So please don't be late. And I said don't be late because I said the time of the event, the starting hour of the event. So that's why I said don't be late. It relates, right? It makes sense. The second question says, question 9, I remember everyone going to a restaurant for lunch when I participated last year. So are we going to the same place this year? I'm sorry, but no, we're not going to go to a restaurant this year because this year lunch bags will be provided. So you will stay at the conference center and you will just have lunch with other participants. We're not going to a restaurant. Notice how I was repeatedly saying, we're not going to a restaurant. We're not going there. We're not going to a restaurant. It means that I understood what you said. I clearly understood that you mentioned something about having lunch at a restaurant and going there. But no, we're not going there. We're not going there. And we're having lunch bags. We're going to give you lunch bags. So eat them with the, I mistaken it with conference center. You'll stay at the convention center and you will just have lunch there. period. Okay, and the last question. I'm really looking forward to the lectures that I'll get to hear while I'm here. Could you please tell me all the details about them? Sure. According to the schedule, there are 2 lectures scheduled. One of them will be held in the morning and it'll start at 10 a.m. and it'll finish at 10:50 a.m. There will be a lecture on advances in dental surgery given by Joseph Myers. And then in the afternoon at 1:30 p.m., there will be a lecture on trends in oral medicine given by Leah Owens. She will give the lecture and it'll be fun. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so I used 2 different kinds of sentence forms. First, I said there will be a lecture on something led by somebody. And I also said she will give a lecture. In this case, you can say on something. Okay, whether it being a passive or an active form, you got to show that you know how to use it right. You just have to show that you know how to grammatically correct, like you know how to form a sentence grammatically correct. Okay, that is important. Kyla, I may not be old, but I love K-Tro. I love K-Tro too. Actually, I don't love them. But, you know, whenever I go to my parents' house, like they are watching programs after programs only about K-Trot. So, like, I have no choice. I mean, like, they are the boss at their house. So, like, when I go there, I have no choice but to watch those programs. I listen to them. And sometimes it's like competitions. And recently, it was like competitions among Korean singers versus the Japanese trot singers, because Japanese, they also have a lot of trot singers. And they have like this competition between Korea and Japan. And, you know, it gets heated up. And it became really like, you know, exciting. So I actually enjoyed the show. I really like the format. And yeah, the songs are very catchy, I think. The tunes are very catchy and the singers are, I think, seasoned and they're more skillful because they have more longer experience of singing, you know, the career, the whole thing. So they're better singers in general. Yenny, thank you so much, Gwen. I can distinguish, okay? Kyla, Minsu, you mean a lecture given by? Yes, here. There are 2 forms, the passive form and the active form. Moving on, because I have a big surprise at the end of the show. I have a big surprise for you guys. Yes. The last question. Question number 11. What is the most important factor that you should be considered when choosing a job? There are 3 things, always. Friendly coworkers. Very important. I think it's very important. I sometimes argue and I also even fight with my coworkers. I fight. I literally fight. We don't like fist fight. We don't like do all the fist fight, but we still fight and argue. And we, you know, talk about things related to, this is so nerdy, but education and English. Something being educational, something being not educational. And we like get all heated up. And then one of us, no, both of us, like all 3 of us or 4 of us get like, you know, pissed off. But we, you know, we get back, we talk more about education. It is so nerdy. It sounds so nerdy. But anyway, friendly coworkers, so important. And learning opportunities, I think this is important too. I mean, like when I am teaching you guys, I'm still learning. I'm learning how, like some people get things mistaken. So I'm learning other ways to teach people more effectively, like how to deliver something more effectively. I'm learning. And like recently, I'm always curious why Koreans have bad pronunciation. I'm really curious. And there is a reason to it. There's a reason behind it. It's because of our native language, Korean. 한국어 is the big problem. The way we speak Korean is actually not really helpful for us to be a better English speaker. So I want to like break this big, problem. And now recently I've been like training myself vocally. I'm getting vocal training. So maybe in the near future, you might be watching me singing on this channel. Really. I'm not joking, really. I think I could become a better singer because I'm getting like professionally trained these days, vocal training. I'm learning how to hum. Then I'm getting there to make like, hit the higher notes. But once I do, I'm going to sing here. But I learn a lot. And when I learn, I try to deliver my like tips and skills to another person. And by the way, I've been like sharing the singing skill to my students recently in order to improve their English sounds. And it's working. So I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of the show. Stay. Minsu or Joyce. Well, for me, the most important factor would be coworkers, friendly coworkers. There are several reasons. Jimmy Hung, Adele. Oh, I love Adele. I love Adele's songs. Like when I was young, Hello. I really, really love her songs. She's amazing. Yes. I'll try to sing that song. Okay. Career future. Yes and no. I think yes and no. Both yes and then no. Because it's been almost, let's see, I started teaching in 2006. It makes me sound really old, but really I did. I started teaching in 2006 and it's 2024, so it's been 18 years. And career future wise, I started at a very small institute. I mean, very, very small one. And I started there because I didn't have the confidence to go and knock the door on the big ones. So I went for a small one and they were happy to accept me. So I started at a small place and then I moved forward. So I think there is a right place for the right time, or maybe right time for the right place. Yeah, it's going to come to you eventually if you don't give up. So career future is important, but I think it'll come when you're ready. So I'm not like actually going after a place. Okay. Of course, I'm going to do all three like last time. I'm going to do all three. But let's see what you guys are thinking. Joyce, fortunately, I met a lot of friendly coworkers. They helped me, taught me how to deal with different kinds of situations. They taught me how to give a speech. Well, I can overcome many difficulties. So that's why I think this factor is good. That's right, Yanni. Career future is the most important thing because I'm a person who loves, because you're one person. So who loves to learn new things and also hope after becoming better in my skill, I'd love to get a higher salary. Yes. So career future, if you want to talk about career future, it's, well, salary wise, it's also important, I think. Like you want to, let's say, earn $1,000 on the first year. Is it too small? And then the second year, you want to earn $2,000 per month. And then third year, you want to earn $3,000. And then fourth year, of course, because you're getting better, you're getting more skillful at your work. And maybe you want to be like, accepted by the organization. You want to like see their respect, be respected, right? You want a promotion, maybe. You want to see more opportunities. You want to know that your work is being recognized. Okay. And these days, because do you know that I don't hang out with many native speakers in Korea? Like, I hang out talking in English with my students and my, fellow coworkers, the teachers, but I don't have many native, English speaking friends. So, but, as we know, there are so many great YouTube channels and most channels speak English, right? So I like to watch those channels. I like to listen to updated English expressions. And I've recently learned something called Brad is the new terminology that's becoming really trendy this year. And if you say she is brat, it means she's cool. She's very like a type that Gen Zs would like very cool, very expressive, spoiled, but in a good way. So you have to use it without an A. Okay, it's just adjective. She's brat. Okay, or it's a noun that means the group of people. She's brat. So yeah. So I always try to learn. I always watch the news that's being updated every day, at least every day, not every other day, because something happens overnight, right? So I always try to, get those learning opportunities without native speakers. It works. Okay. All right. I think we're ready. Guys, ready? I'm going to give you 3 different answers. First of all, okay, before I start, I have to make a confession. All right, so I have a problem with focusing on one project. So recently, there are some times when you're really, really high up in energy, and you have so much will to do a new thing, it's to start a new project. And this year has been that year, and I've been doing this and that and this and that. And Tadashi, I'm really sorry to say that I wasn't able to stay focused on working on my English version of my book. But whenever I get to this part, especially part 5, I feel so guilty because, if you guys have my English version of my TOEIC Speaking book, this part would be so easy for you guys because there's this whole script that you can just follow through in order to answer millions and millions of TOEIC Speaking part 5 questions. And they are always including you being an ABC company, right? And you guys are always working in marketing department. And your coworker, the supervisor, whoever, the manager is always Tom. And you are a newbie, right? So that whole thing, you don't have to create. You can just follow and remember the things that I use in my book, and you can just copy and paste it and sort of work around it. And then you can come up with a better answer. I really feel guilty. I'm working on it, but I've been working on it for so many years, and I'm going back once in a while. It's like I'm an artist. Painters, artists, they can't finish a painting over a year, but they sorry. Anyway, one day it's going to be out there. One day. And recently I found a way to be working with the Taiwanese company. Who knows? I'll have my book published in Taiwan. Who knows? When you say it, there is a power of making it come true. You know that, right? Okay, so where was I? Okay, so the first answer, I think the most important thing is the friendly coworkers, of course. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, I think it's really, really important and helpful to have friendly coworkers. For example, last year, I think there's something wrong with the timer. Okay, all right. Last year, I graduated from college and I got a job at ABC company, and I worked in the marketing department. And at that time, I was a newbie. I had no experience. I had no knowledge, and I didn't know what to do. So I was lost. But luckily, I had a really nice coworker named Tom, and he gave me lots of, hold on a second. What's wrong with the timer? Timer is going down and not going down, and it's buffering. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do it over again. Guys, I'm going to do it because the timer wasn't working properly. Okay, again. Well, I think friendly workers is the most important thing. There are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, I think it's very helpful to have friendly coworkers around you. For example, last year, I graduated from college and I got a job at ABC company. It was a big company, and I worked in the marketing department. And, I thought it was a very, fun thing to do, a cool thing to do, to have a job in the marketing department. But at that time, I was a newbie. I had no experience and knowledge. I had no skills. I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know anything. But luckily, I had this really nice coworker named Tom, and he was a very nice guy. He was so friendly. And whenever I went to the office, he said hi. And whenever I had a problem, he always gave me tips and advice. And because of him, I was able to learn things quickly. I was able to get used to my work faster, and it just helped me a lot. And without him, I couldn't have done a better job. And that is why I think so. I think I said enough, but the timer seems to not be able to catch up with like the speed right now. Yeah, I think I said enough, right, guys? I think I said for 1 minute. Okay, so that's my like friendly coworker version. Now, the second one. I hope the timer works. I'm going to turn on my phone timer too. Hold on. Just in case. Just in case. Okay. Okay, now 2 things at once. So hard. Okay, so I think learning opportunities are very important when choosing a job. There are several reasons to support my opinion, and most of all, I think it is very, very helpful. For example, last year, I got a job at ABC Company, and I worked in the marketing department. And at that time, I was a newbie, so I didn't have any experience or knowledge, and I didn't know what to do. So I really, I wasn't able to help my team, and there were lots of problems. But luckily, there were many learning opportunities because the company held many workshops, and I was able to participate in those training sessions. And by doing so, I was able to learn many things like computer skills, communication skills, how to be good team members and be cooperative. So there were so many learning opportunities, and I was able to improve myself and help my team. And that is why I think so. Okay, you know what? I have 3 timers here working. I have like 4 timers working here. It's like timer. All of a sudden, everyone's pulling out their phones. And I have like 5 times, everything was set. So that was 1 minute, right? Okay. Now it's the last one. So you guys see the pattern? Even if you guys are first timer coming to the show, you would see that, there's a pattern here. Okay, and the last one, career future. Okay, well, this is a tough one. Okay, hold on. My timer again. Oh, all right. Well, I think career future should be considered most importantly because there are several reasons to support my opinion, but most of all, I think it's super important. For example, 10 years ago, I graduated from college and I got a job at ABC Company, and it was a big company, and I worked in the marketing department. I got a position in that department, and at that time I was a newbie. I was just fresh out of college. I didn't know what to do. I had no experience. I had no knowledge, skills whatsoever. But I worked hard, and because it was a big company, there were lots of opportunities. And as I was working harder, the company recognized my hard work, and they gave me promotions, and I got higher salary. I got more bonuses at the end of the year, and now I'm a manager, and I can even go up higher. And I think I see a lot here, so that's why I'm staying. That's why I think so. Jeez. Okay. I really didn't like the last one. I'm going to do it over again, guys. But listen up. That was good enough to get level 200. I'm pretty sure. But I want to sort of like talk about my real story, being honest with you. If I were asked this question, like a real interview, I would say something like this. Yeah, I definitely think that career future is the most important thing because, I'm going to be working throughout my life and I really love my job. I love teaching my students and I really want to be really professional at it. I really want to be good at it. So when I'm like choosing a company, I really want to know what I can get from this company and whether I have a better future in this company. And if not, then I would move on to another company and try to, find other opportunities. And that's what I've done for my career. I was at, like, for example, institute, but it was too small. There were no future. There were no more opportunities there. So, and I moved on to another academy, the B one. And then it was a bigger one. So I was able to publish books, have my own classes held. And then I got an opportunity on TV channels. And as time went by, I got better at my career, better at my job, and I was able to advance my career. And that's been very helpful for me. And that's been a goal. And that is still my goal. So I think career future is very important when choosing a job. And this is like my real story. And I've been looking at the timer the whole time. Okay, Mia, could you give me some advice on how to get score 160 out of 200? Just stick to simple sentences. You don't have to get all complex. Just stick to simple sentences and just, make sure you don't make grammatical mistakes. Make sure you're saying your answers clearly so that the person understands what you're saying. And that should be helpful. Was that helpful enough? Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what I've got for you guys. Yani, thank you, Gwen, for making so many examples for us. 3 examples, yes. Actually 4. All right, so that's going to be the end of the show for tonight, guys. I told you that there's going to be 2 more live shows. There are going to be 2 live shows next month. One, hold on, again, I need the dates. One on the 16th, which is going to be Korean version, and one on the 30th, which is going to be the English version. Okay, so until then, practice with the videos on our channel. There are plenty of them here, but we're always updating the channel with new content, so be there or be square, okay? But meanwhile, guys, please switch the screen. We're gonna do something here. Okay, we're not gonna end the show this way today because I have a very special person who's sneaking into the studio. Okay, so come on in, Teiji, come on into the frame. All right, guys. This is my friend. He came all the way from Osaka. Come closer. You gotta. Yeah, you're closer. Yeah, closer this way.
Yeah.
Okay, so, guys, I have Teiji. Okay, so guys, remember Teiji is always there in the chat room with you guys, but he came over all the way from Osaka to see us.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Please introduce yourself, Teiji, to them.
Because you told the surprise. Everybody don't be disappointed. Everybody hope what to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody still stay there. Okay.
Everybody's there.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. Okay.
I'm Teiji Shimada from Osaka, Japan. I've been studying TOEIC speaking about 6 years since I met her. So I am the first person who joined live. I'm the foreign.
As a foreigner, yes.
As a foreigner,
yes. So he's not Korean. He looks like Korean, but he's Japanese, by the way.
Yeah. Japanese. Yeah. Do you remember? Do you know me?
Some people know you.
Yeah, I participated last year. So the same thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah. So he was here last year, and he really had a good time, right?
Yeah.
And he's actually the only foreigner who's been on our show. I mean, Tadashi came to Korea, but he was here just to enjoy TOEIC speaking test in Korea. Actually, Tadashi came and took the test, but he came to actually train with me.
And
today,
very hard to train. Yeah, this is very hard
Was it hard?
Yeah.
I made him sing. I
Yeah.
made him sing
Yes, I know.
because he likes Billy Joel and he likes those like, singers.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi.
Yes.
Yes. But I made him sing Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So she say, keep breathing, keep breathing. I can stop. Yeah.
Yes. So, guys, I told you about the vocal training that I'm getting. And in order to be a good singer, you should be able to breathe better.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the case is the same for English.
Yeah.
Right. Japanese and Korean language happens to have the same problem.
Yeah.
We don't breathe when we're talking.
Yeah, it's very hard. But there's there's a training for tomorrow too.
Yes, yes. So tomorrow morning we're gonna meet at 8 a.m. and then we're gonna be can we pull out like part one passage, please?
Yeah.
And we're gonna be like talking and training and singing from 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna show him how to breathe actually.
Yeah.
He's a human being, but he doesn't breathe well. So it's all about breathing. And you guys, I'm going to show you a little bit about what I'm talking about because I'm pretty sure a lot of like Koreans here on the channel and I see some Japanese people too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this matches with Chinese language, but I'm pretty sure you can get some help from what we're doing, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to have Taeji read a passage. Okay, so this is the passage that you guys saw. I pasted it in the chat room so everybody can have a look at it. Oh, all right. So, can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
So, Taeji's gonna read this passage,
Perfect.
but it's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah, there's no screen. Perfect.
Oh, screen.
Yeah, perfect.
I mean,
Yeah.
he said the screen is not perfect. Screen is perfect, but I'm talking about his reading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right?
I know. Yeah.
His reading is not perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him some tips on how to improve.
Okay.
All right.
Uh.
So let's read.
Okay. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrella handy. Stay dry and have a great day.
What happened to the breathing? I told you.
I did. I did.
Okay. So it's all about breathing, and when you're breathing, you shouldn't breathe actually. Let me show you what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't breathe until let's see how long I can go. Okay. I'm getting nervous now. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day. I didn't breathe.
Really?
Did you see? I didn't breathe once. It's your turn.
Okay.
So you guys, did you see? You don't breathe until the end.
Okay.
Your turn.
Good morning, radio
No.
listeners.
That was a wrong breath.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect to
You took a breath.
It's good.
You shouldn't. I told you until the end. From good morning to great day, you shouldn't take a breath.
Okay, breathe. Okay. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day.
Okay. Well, that was better, but I want you to try again. I'm going to push you from the behind.
Okay.
So when you say good morning, I'm going to be saying good morning,
Yeah, radio
listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast. You understand what I'm doing here?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so try again. Let's take
Okay.
a breath and go.
Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect to scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day.
You see, you have to push out and try to link the sound. All right, now without my help, try again.
Okay. Good morning, radio listeners. This is Steve Watkins with your daily weather forecast on 78.9 FM. Expect a scattered shower throughout the day, so keep those raincoats.
No, again, let's try again. Expect.
Expect from it. Expect to scattered showers throughout the day, so keep those raincoats, rain boots, and umbrellas handy. Stay dry and have a great day.
Much better. Much better. All right. So guys, when you are, when you want to improve your English, part of it is, improving the sound of English. And in case of Keiji, his pronunciation is great. There's nothing wrong with his pronunciation. It's only that he doesn't know how to produce the sound like in an English manner. Like his native is Japanese, my native is Korean, and most of your natives are like different languages, right? And in Korean and Japanese, we don't have to breathe a lot, and we don't have to push out the breath that much. But for English, it's really important to push out the breath so that you're linking the words. Okay? So that's what we're focusing on right now. We're trying to I'm trying to train him to become a better breather. Okay, so I hope that was a good tip for you guys, because I see a lot of people asking me about how to improve. So fun.
So funny.
Okay. Sorry, we're not trying to be funny here. We're really serious.
Yeah.
I mean, he came from Osaka to prove his English, improve his English. We're not trying to be funny here.
I'm afraid.
Okay, so I just hope that this helps you a little bit on improving your pronunciation. It's not pronunciation, English sound. Okay. And I'm pretty sure you started out with what score in TOEIC speaking?
Now, currently?
No, in the beginning.
In the beginning, first time, 110.
110. Yeah. And it went up, and now?
Now, 140.
140.
140.
Okay. So 110 to 140. Now I'm gonna make him 160.
Yeah.
And that is my big challenge.
Yeah.
So at least once a year, I think he's coming to Seoul visiting me, and I'm sharing, and I'm trying to give him like the biggest tip on how to improve his English. And I hope this time the improving sound will help him get maybe 150.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So hope it would help more people out there. And guys, I told you I'm going to be back in 2 weeks on Fridays. And it's really the rainy season in Korea. And it's raining a lot.
Yeah, it's
right?
Same.
It's the same?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, you know what? How long did you study? He's asking. RJ is asking.
How long study? I TOEIC speaking about had been 6 years. 6 years.
6 years.
Oh.
We wanted to do this, like, little, like, unbagging. He brought so many things from Osaka. Let's put it down here. Like, let's put it down here. He brought so many things from Osaka, and I told him to get me some stuff, some snacks. And a person from Osaka is showing you what you need to get when you're in Osaka. So stay tuned. Here.
Okay. Tonight, you are very lucky.
Yes,
This is a present for giveaway by lottery.
Oh, yeah.
If you need this one, please comment. No.
No, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it. So tell us what this is. What is it?
This is, maybe Kit Kat. And this is matcha green matcha it's from Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Close to Osaka.
So matcha is green tea.
Green tea, yeah.
right? So this is gonna be green tea Kit Kat.
Yeah.
And I like the front side better.
Yeah.
It has that Japanese character. Yeah.
If you want one, please write Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, and you're gonna send them. You're gonna send them. This is mine. Okay. And what's the next one?
This is from same as Kyoto. Kyoban. Balm kohen.
Baumkuchen. It's like rolled, soft cake.
Yeah.
Rolled cake, yes.
This is made by matcha. Same.
Matcha.
Green tea. Yeah.
Green
Green tea. Yeah.
Okay. Why matcha from Kyoto?
Because this is for you can make foster tea. Tea. Leaf of tea. Leaf of tea.
So Kyoto is famous
Yes.
for the green tea, matcha. Okay.
Leaf.
So I have the Baumkuchen. Yes. Okay. And what's the next one?
Next one. It's from Osaka favorite. Karage. Do you understand karage?
Karage.
How to say English? Fried potato or fried chicken fried? What? How do you say karage in English?
Karage is fried.
Fried, yeah,
Fried. So karage chicken. Right,
yeah,
karage.
yeah.
We talked about it
Karage,
yesterday.
Yeah, for senbei means rice cracker.
The very thin
Yeah.
rice crackers.
Yes, octopus. What is this?
It says octopus and squid.
Squid, yeah.
Squid, like
Yeah.
Squid Game. Squid.
Yes.
So this is from Osaka, the
yes.
biscuits, and
Finally, this is, do you know?
this is like the symbol of Osaka, right?
Yeah. This is a signboard. This is for takoyaki. This is a Pritz.
Pritz, yes.
Takoyaki flavor.
So you guys, when you go to Osaka, there's this big signboard,
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody say,
and you need to take a picture in front of this, right?
Yeah.
Because why? Why is it so famous?
But it's interesting.
So it's like oh, way to go, hey, cheer up.
Yeah.
And does this guy have a name?
Then I think this is not.
He doesn't have a name.
Maybe.
He doesn't have a name.
I never check it.
Okay.
Yeah, I never check it.
Okay, so you never checked whether he has a name, but
Okay.
it's the guy. It's the Glico guy.
Yeah, Gurico guy.
What does it say here? It's
Gurico.
Gurico.
This is a company name of snack company. Famous Gurico. This is Gurico.
Gurico.
Yeah.
Okay, what does it say here on the top?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. It should be more. It's longer.
One square go wonderful every day.
Wonderful every day.
Good life. Good life.
Okay, good life.
Maybe.
All right, it's something good.
Okay.
And then these are some things that he prepared, like personally, and actually, yeah, and last time when he came, I asked him to buy some of these for me. And this time he brought the same thing, and which is really nice of him. Yeah.
That's aqua. This is this is cream. How to say this one in English?
It's cream.
Cream.
It's cream.
Okay.
It's sunscreen lotion.
Hand cream.
Sunscreen. Yes.
Hand cream.
It's not hand cream. It's for face.
Face.
I know better. I know better.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. This is the same.
Sunscreen.
Yeah,
Sunscreen.
yeah.
Yes.
Sunscreen. Oh,
Sunscreen.
yeah.
Yes. So he brought a bunch of stuff. So I'm paying him back with a lot of English training.
I give away 8 people. If you need, write.
Okay. If you're interested, write it down. I mean, like, let us know, and Paige is gonna send you some.
Oh yeah.
So, by the way, guys, if you're interested in like stopping by Korea and like stopping by our lab to get a tip, get some tips on how to improve your English, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
Like, I always welcome Teiji and Tadashi for, thank you for coming all the time. I always tell you guys that I'll be visiting Japan, but you saw my day.
Yes.
It's crazy busy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's very busy. So everybody, please wait for English version. She's very busy. Yeah. Today we came to for running.
We were running. We
yeah.
arrived here at the studio like 5 minutes, 10 minutes
yeah.
before the show. All right. So please wait patiently. All right.
I was surprised.
And
If I mistake here,
that's for like, having that same stand up.
whatever. I thought it was a weapon.
Okay. So RJ is saying, I still stay 110 and got 140 in the past. Okay. I wonder what RJ is saying. How should I spend tonight for the exam tomorrow? What should RJ do?
How should I spend tonight?
Tomorrow is the test day.
What is it? He.
You need to practice mock test. I think you should take more tests because when you go to the test site, you get really nervous. And, you need to get used to the format of the test and it's going to help you a lot. And I think omiyage is Japanese.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Souvenirs.
Souvenir. Good one. Good one. Yeah. So
How should I spend tonight for and a good sleep also?
good sleep. Good sleep. Yeah, that's a must. Good sleep. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't stay up too late.
Yeah.
Just go to sleep. Make you in the best condition possible.
Yes, best condition.
And don't think this is going to be your last test. I think that is one strategy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Teji, thank you for coming up on the show. Are you going to come back next year?
Yes, of
But
course.
make sure to have 150 next year before you come.
Okay.
You promised in front of everyone.
Yes. Yeah, 160,
Okay.
yeah.
So everybody, thank you for stopping by. It was a bit longer, but thank you for staying. And we'll be seeing you guys again next month. Have a nice weekend and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.